So today, we wanted to tackle the issue in particular of how to make your Bible fellowship group sticky as it relates to guests. Both of us have little kids in our house. It's not uncommon for us to find stickiness on counters and tables, all the place. And stickiness is good, though, when it comes to getting people to remain and connect and feel a part of a Bible fellowship group. It is. We want to reach. We talk about that a lot. So every Bible fellowship group can become a little more sticky. There's some ways that we can do that strategically every time our group meets. One of those is we want to think about firsts. What are some of the firsts that we want to tackle?
Things like, do you have music playing in your room? It's amazing what some ambient sound will give to the warmth of the room. Do you have greeters at the door? The greeters need to be up. They need to be at the door. They need to be smiling and excited to see these new people.
That's how you'd greet someone if they were coming to your home for the first time.
Yes. Can you imagine if we would just open up our door and we were sitting in the living room and wouldn't greet anyone? Those people wouldn't feel welcome, and likely they wouldn't stay.
It's so awkward.
And so we have to treat our Bible fellowship room really as the foyer to community. And so are they invited in? Do they have that experience, the smiles, all of that? Also, I realize that not everybody has an extroverted personality. And so it's okay to do the handoff move where they walk in and you greet them and then you say, have you met Jonathan? And you can hand a new person off to Jonathan or to whoever that person is so that they always have a connection point throughout the room.
So we've said this 100 times now, and it's true every time. This is why we build our teams in our Bible fellowship groups. It's not just one person doing it. Get several people engaged. So you get one chance. We've all heard this. You get one chance to make a first impression. So make it a good one with all of your guests. Now, once they leave, there's something else we need to do. We need to move fast. We need to move fast in making sure that our guests get connected with in a hurry. You know, oftentimes we'll say this amongst our team, we want to live by the 24-hour rule.
Yes.
No more than a day should go by before we've taken the time to reach out. And hey, we can be creative on this, right? I know you've talked about this with your leaders. We can use text message. We can call them, of course. We can ask, hey, can I connect with you maybe for some coffee? Or, hey, we're going out to eat as a group later today, or we're going down to the Commons. Swing by Guest Central if they're a first-time guest and help them get a voucher down at Main Street. All sorts of creative things that we can do right there before they leave the building, but we're doing it quickly because them coming to us matters, and it communicates to them, hey, you being here is a value for us and adds value to what we're doing. One more critical component to connecting with a guest that raises the stickiness factor, and that's being friendly. Now, this should be a go-to move for everybody that loves Jesus. We ought to be known as nice people. We ought to be known as genuinely friendly people. Not everybody associates church and church people with friendliness. And so this is a simple little expectation gap that we can fill with our guests. We can just be genuinely nice to them. And there's a great move that every leader can employ, and that's just learn people's names. And so, you know, those texts, those notes, just remembering somebody's name, remembering parts of their story, it just ups the friendliness factor, and it lets them know, hey, you matter to us and to our group.
Absolutely. There's, a practice that I try to implement personally is to learn something about someone, and the next time I see them, to bring that thing up.
That's good, yeah.
And so if I hear about a prayer request, and I have prayed for that person, I'm going to mention that the next time that I see them.
That's perfect.
If I know their name, the old adage goes that the greatest sound a person can hear is the sound of their own name.
Yeah.
And so to say that name, to ensure that you've made that connection. And leaders, here's a secret. Here's the importance of name tags. The reality is all of us can't remember everybody's name. And so when we have the name tag put on, it's easy to glance down, see their name, and you have that personal reminder.
And those new people don't know your name. And so when they're new to the group, you're new to them and they're new to you. When you're wearing a name tag, it may seem like a small thing, but it's a huge value add because now they know something about you and you know something about them. And those walls of connectivity start to come down, and we can actually do what we do best and what you do best, leaders, and that's help connect people in an authentic way. So with guests, we want to see your Bible fellowship group become a lot more sticky, right? And you can do that by making a great first impression, move fast to follow up, and be genuinely friendly with people. We really believe this will help people stick better in the life of your group, and it'll help you be more effective in engaging new people.